Congratulations on your new Hubboard. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install a leash into your new ride. We'll start by identifying how many stringers are in the board, because stringers and leashes don't mix and we want to make sure they stay apart. In a single stringer board, the very center of the board is off limits. But in a double stringer board, that same center of the board becomes the safest place to put your leash. All Hubboards indicate the location of the stringer or stringers with these fun stickers here that can actually be repurposed while you unwrap. We're going to be plugging this single stringer board today, and if you already have a preferred side that you wear your leash on, go ahead on that same side for your install. Personally, I wear my leash on my left arm because I drop knee with my right foot forward, and I don't want my leash to interfere with my drop knee stance. It's really important to stay at least a few inches away from the nose and rail. Of course, we're not going to go for the middle, but I recommend staying pretty close to or near the Hubboard's H logo. And now that we know where to safely plug the board, it's time to pierce. A screwdriver is the global standard for this part of the installation, and I prefer to do it on a table for a couple of reasons. One, it helps me to keep the hole vertical and really lined up, straight up and down when I pierce. And two, the hardest part is going to be piercing that slick bottom of the board. And when that does happen, the tool you use will pop through. So I position the board so the table is not under it. That way it won't hit anything. It also gives me more leverage while pushing it through, because it does take a bit of effort. Now before we back out, we can wiggle it around a little bit here, because the top of the leash plug is a bit fatter than the bottom part of the leash plug. The bottom hole doesn't need to be any bigger, but widening up this top hole is going to help get that leash plug in. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. So now let's get our leash ready to go. I always do this without the leash on, so let's go ahead and untie the leash string and unscrew the plug to separate the sides. So go ahead and take that top part of the leash plug, jam that sucker in, and take the bottom part of the leash plug, get that in there so that they meet. When you think they're lined up, go ahead and give it a few turns by hand. And once you're sure they're screwing together, go ahead and grab a coin and finish tightening it in the rest of the way. Let's go ahead and get that leash back on there. The best bodyboarding knot I know is by just bringing both cords together and treating them as one strand, doing a basic overhand knot. And now that you got your leash in your new board, you are ready to shred.